All right, guys, I had some trouble with my boat tarp. I am taking a trip to New York, and this boat tarp is a tarp that I can tow, but I can't tow it if some of the snaps came out. And this tarp is about like 10 years old or 12 years old, so after a while the snaps come out. And I called around to a few places seeing who could repair these snaps for me, and I located a guy. He is called Artesian Boat Tarp Repair, and he makes custom boat tarps, and he is actually a cousin of my buddy Roman Atwood. A lot of you guys don't know that I actually knew Roman Atwood before he became famous, and we sat around in the library trying to figure out how to make videos and become famous YouTubers, and that guy is super famous now. But I'm going to see his cousin, and he is an expert at repairing these boat tarps, so I'm going to take this boat tarp over to him. Here goes my little buttons that fell out. Gonna see if I can't have him put those back in for me. Okay, everybody, I'm telling the story about how I met his cousin Roman Atwood way back in the day. So back in the infancy of the internet, I decided I was going to put together a group of people that would make, I don't know, kind of sketch videos, kind of Saturday Night Live style videos. And it was going to be a club called the Indie Filmers Club. And put out an ad on Craigslist for the Indie Filmers Club. And
you put an ad on Craigslist.
An ad on Craigslist. And one of Roman's buddies, John, who's in a lot of his old skits.
Betty, babe.
Kevin, we're done.
Now you listen to me, woman. We need to talk.
All right, let's talk.
All right, yeah. Now
Dude, you.
Oh my God.
Think you are. I don't care what you decided.
Who's in a lot of his old skits, shows up, and we're doing this newscaster skit, and he goes, hey, I got this buddy who does a YouTube show, and you do a YouTube show. His name is Roman. I'm going to bring him to the meetings. And so he started bringing Roman to the meetings. And we only had a few meetings before the whole thing kind of fell apart. Obviously, it didn't go too far, but got a chance to meet a cool guy. That's how I met Roman.
Funny story about John.
All right. Funny story.
So, the first day John ever comes, John Cormany, that's his name.
Yeah.
Right? So, the first day, Roman finds him on Craigslist and says, hey, we got a video we're doing. They shoot it at the factory. And he shows up. It's this video about, like, I can't remember the name of it. I wish I could so you could look it up. But it's this factory video, and the first day we ever met him, like all of us are there, I'm there, and we got him in his underwear. Legit, he has Superman underwear on. We recorded him in his underwear. He had never met us the day before. But John was so open and just like, he didn't even care.
Yeah,
man.
Roman did some bad things to him, locking him up in cages and everything.
But I mean, from the first day, man, that guy was willing, so I mean.
He was down. He was down to be a YouTube superstar.
He was willing to do anything. Love that guy.
Alright, guys.
So
So if you want to be a YouTube superstar, you have to be willing to do anything. That's the take-home lesson here.
He didn't become a star though.
Oh, gosh.
His wife was always calling him while he was over too. John, when are you gonna get home?
So you filmed with Roman. You were helping him do the skits. Some of the skits.
Some of them, yeah. I was in one of the videos, but I didn't want to normally be. I didn't really approve of most of his content. He knows that, though.
Oh, God.
This stuff was a little too much for me.
Yeah.
Even back then. But, yeah, so. No, I worked at the factory with them. For a long time, me and my girlfriend at the time hung out there once a week with him and Brittany.
Right.
Good times, good times.
All right, guys. So here's the situation. My parents went away on a week's vacation. No, that's Will Smith. Okay, so I called him up like maybe an hour ago or so, and just decided to run over here and get this done, because when you have got a person who is good at what they do and they're like, yeah, I got a little bit of free time, you got to jump on it. And since I'm going to New York in just like 2 or 3 days, we didn't have time to get the exact color in to match the tarp. And so for me, that's all right. I am just going to go for it. And it's going to be a slightly different color, but I don't mind. But he can get any color in that you need to match your tarp. Just give him a couple of days. Unlike me, I gave him like 20 minutes, and but I'm gonna go with a patch that's slightly different to kind of replace that area that ripped out. All right, so you got to give him a couple days, not like 20 minutes like
Normally
I did.
I'd have it too, but just not this time.
Okay. It's all right. It's all right. I don't think the fish mind. What's this tool that puts the snaps on?
It's called the tool that puts the snaps on.
Oh, gosh.
You happy?
Yeah, it's not going to rip through?
No.
No?
It's got 2-ply
It's sweet.
zigzag stitch. Should be fun.
Yeah, I'm happy. It's going to go to New York. And it's going to run down the
Rip out
road.
soon.
Should I do something with this?
You can, but you could go all day long on this thing if you wanted.
It's
There's
going to
that
rip out.
one.
It's going to rip out.
So
It's
your corner's gotta. I mean,
got a
that'll be
little hole in it.
fine. But
What else do you see that should be?
this one is alright, I think. I would leave it, but it's kind of already ripping.
Just a little bit.
Hopefully, we make it. You tow it to New York with this thing on the whole time.
New York, UP of Michigan, all the way to Missouri, like Illinois,
Towing's
all the way to Florida.
It's one of the hardest things on them.
I told him to make it so it would tow, and he said, "Well, I'll have to put snaps all the way around it." I said, "I don't. Let's put the snaps on there."
Usually, for a towing cover, you would do straps.
He put straps on there too, but I never used them. I never even needed
strictly
them.
straps. Like
Strictly
if
straps.
you only use it to trailer,
See-
you never put it on in the water.
See, here were the straps right here, and they just flapped around so much that they just came off. I should probably just cut them off.
Yeah.
So they don't flap around anymore. But he had them on there.
Yeah, I mean this thing's not even dirty. It's been taken care of really well, and
Yeah, it probably is. If it's not 12 years, no, it's older than 12 years old. It's probably 16 years old.
yeah, it'll get you another 10 if you keep doing what you're doing. If you don't use it very often, this stuff lasts a long time.
Alright.
Anything can last a long time if you don't use it much.
Yeah, that's true.
It's sun and weather that's rough on these things.
Alright.
So it should be good.
Alright, there we go. Alright.
About $10,000.
$10,000. I do a fishing show. Alright, guys.
I do a fishing show.
Alright, guys. So this is Roman's cousin, and he did some filming with him way back in the day. He makes awesome custom boat covers, does some repairs when you're in a pinch, and he does really good repairs if you're not in a pinch. Help him out if you need a new boat cover, or you need yours fixed, look him up. How can they reach you?
You want my number and everything?
Well, I don't know. It might be some people calling you up. How about
Just
your
Google,
web address?
Just Google Artisan Boat Covers. Simple enough.
Artist-
It'll pop right up.
Artisan Boat Covers. And we will put that on the bottom of the screen. I'm going to hold the camera steady. On the bottom of the screen right here, Artisan Boat Covers.
Right here.
Right here.
It's right here.
Right here.
Don't do it.
Right.